What's going on, everyone? Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's okayest steering wheel holder. Coming back with a second video today. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood because a couple things. That Petro we were at in Gadsden has Starbucks. A. B. It's currently 79 degrees and not 79,000 degrees like it was in Texas. And for those of you, the few of you haters who commented and called me a baby for saying, you know, you guys were just saying, it's Texas, get used to it. Look, I'm a Texas CDL holder. I know Texas weather. Jenna and I went through a record heat summer in Texas in an RV. So I know Texas, but I still hate it. I'm a steering wheel holder. I don't like it. So anyway, stop for a 30-minute break. And I wanted to do a part 2 real quick on, so my wasted $12,000 video is about 1,000 views right now. A lot of comments. I'm going to try to get to those comments in the next couple days. I've got like 200 comments I need to reply to. But someone said in there, so as a refresher, I'll put the link to that video below if you haven't seen it yet. But as a refresher, in looking at last year, because we took, I want to say 10 or 12 weeks off, then it's roughly $12,000 that we paid in truck payments for our truck to sit and not generate profit or revenue. And I saw someone commented and said they totally agree, and it's like, you know, renting a house versus buying a house. But it's even worse than that, guys, because at least you live in your house. When you're paying your rent, you know, it's storing your stuff, it's serving a purpose. If you are on home time and you're paying a lease payment, the truck has no purpose whatsoever during that time. None whatsoever. It's sitting. If the wheels aren't turning, you ain't earning. And this is why Prime only gives company drivers basically those 4 days off per month. And they tell you in orientation you can take more than 4 days off, but they're going to get someone else to run your truck. If you have a need to take like a week or two off, they're going to get someone else to run your truck, because that truck for Prime can't sit there and not earn. If it's just sitting there, it's doing nothing for anyone. So it's even worse. The rent versus owning comment is very legitimate and valid. It definitely is. But it's even worse than that with a truck, because the truck, when it's parked at your home, is serving zero purpose whatsoever. At least renting a house, it has purpose. So yeah, that's why it started to feel over this past roughly 7 or 8 months that we've been planning to build a fleet of our own. It started to feel like, you know, we're really throwing away money. Like, it's not a smart, wise use of money. And so, but I want to reiterate that, you know, someone commented and said, well, that's what you get for leasing from these crooks or something like that, which, guys, if I had a dime, if Jen and I had a dime for every time someone told us in the comments that leasing's a scam and they're crooks and all that, we would probably be able to retire this year. It's funny that someone will come and comment something like that, telling us that leasing is, you know, they're all crooks and it's a big scam, in a video where we're saying that without debt, we're able to spend $30,000 to order 2 new trucks this year. And we're able to do that because of Prime's leasing program. So I want to reiterate that the standard lease program at Prime through Success Leasing is very productive and very profitable. So please understand, when I say what I said, and I stand by it, that's not a slight against the leasing program at all. it's been very good to us and continues to be very good to us. I'm just saying that I think you reach a point where when you start making some smart financial decisions, you can get into a position where you can make a lease purchase, and when you pull the trigger on that purchase, you realize you've spent a lot of money for some time that isn't productive for you, and you've spent that money for nothing. So I was just hoping to give you guys some things to think about if you're kind of tinkering with the idea. I think it's really important to think about that. What do you want? What it goes back to, if you go back and listen to my last podcast it's a Driver Hub podcast, search for it on any podcast app. I talked about that, having a plan, and if you have to, write it down, put it on, in your sleepers so that you see it when you wake up. These are the goals that I want to accomplish. And if you just remind yourself of those every single day, start to make some changes in the way you view what you're spending money on, and suddenly some things will start to come together that you previously wouldn't have thought. So anyway, that was some follow-up thoughts. Trying to think of some other questions that came up on that video. Someone asked if why is Jenna allowed to take that much time off? Well, that goes back to what I said about the 4 days with company driver. The reason company drivers can't take more time off is because Prime wants that truck moving, because Prime is paying for that truck. Jenna is a company driver on a lease truck that Prime is not responsible for in terms of the payments, so it doesn't matter. I pay for this truck. So if I don't care if the truck's not moving, Prime doesn't care either. We're getting ready to take 2 or 3 weeks off next month when we get our new truck, and it's not an issue. If it was like a month, then I think that our fleet manager would probably be like, WTF. But a couple weeks, if I don't want a truck moving and she's on that truck, then it's not a big deal. So that's why Jenna, as a company driver, is able to take all that time off. What else? I think there were some other questions in there. When we go home next month for that period of time, I'm going to take a lot of your questions and make videos on those questions. I'm very excited that I get to interview Rob Lowe at Prime. That's going to be on the Driver Hub podcast. Sorry, it's noisy, guys. We're at a rest area and there's trucks just flowing out of here. Plus, we have a trailer full of lettuce, romaine lettuce. So that means that reefer just does not turn off. And it's burning some fuel, man. It burned half a tank of fuel since yesterday afternoon. Won't be so bad tonight, hopefully, because it's not quite as hot. But anyway, what else, Jenna? What other updates? JB? Jenna says she doesn't know, so no other updates. We got our truck number today. There she is. Someone laughed about that. Jenna popping her head up. We got our truck number today. We're not going to tell it yet, but it was what we wanted. Let me just put it that way. With the options available, it was as close to what we wanted as what we could get. So I'm really happy about that. We got our truck number today. I'm doing a video. You guys, I'm really excited about it. I talked to the guy today. I told you guys we're getting blackout rims on our new truck. That is going to happen. So when we get our new truck, it'll have blackout rims. And I actually, the guy that does the powder coating in Springfield is going to let me come tour their facility and watch what they do. And I'm going to tell you what it costs and everything. So keep an eye out for that video. And that's about it for this update. So I'm going to get this edited. I got 14 minutes left on my clock. I'm going to get this edited and uploaded by the time I roll, or 14 minutes left on my break. So guys, be safe out there, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you guys soon.